Hi, everyone. This is Peter Madrigal from Reality Network, and you are watching Chanel in the City on iHeartRadio.
Welcome back to another episode of Chanel in the City. I'm your host, Chanel Omari. We are on iHeartRadio, and we have a very special guest here today. He's a good friend of mine. You know him as the OG of one of the hit shows on Bravo TV, Vanderpump Rules. But he's not that. He's not just that. He is the king of reality TV, having his own empire and network, creating Reality Network, which is a new hot thing right now for up-and-coming talent and established talent to showcase their stories on his network. He's also created one of the most amazing and awesome bar competition shows, Bar Brawl. And that's not all. He's hot, he's smart, he's funny. He's not single, ladies. I don't know about that. We're going to get into it. Please help me welcome Peter Madrigal, everybody, to the building. How are you?
There we go, baby. Love it. Love it. How you doing, Chanel? You good?
How was that intro? Was it good? Was it good?
That was fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for that. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Thank you first of all, thank you for doing this because I want to say something to the audience. The audience is obsessed with you. They've been asking and requesting for you, but you don't do many interviews. Like, you're pretty hard to get.
It's because I'm always busy.
You're always busy.
But if you give me like a Zoom call like this, then I will definitely be doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's been quite the intense 2025 has been kind of crazy, right now. So I shot 3 episodes of my own show and I need to finish that up. I'm going to do 6 episodes total for Outside the Rules, which is my own TV show.
Love that.
And then, so I did one of the big episodes was in Greece. So I did the Greece episode. And then I did an entire season, 12 episodes of Bar Brawl, like you said.
Right.
Yeah. So that is being edited right now. It's going to be phenomenal. I already have a completed edited episode, 30 minutes long, because it was we have enough footage for an hour episode, but I'm like, no, we need to do it 30 minutes, because attention spans and all that. I'll push it to 40. That means if it goes on a network, it gets commercial time, and that gives it an hour viewing. But yeah, so that's another thing that I've been working on. I'm also looking for possibly a restaurant, to take over. We'll see if that happens. I've been doing that on the side as well. Just a lot of stuff,
Busy.
just a lot of stuff.
But now this is all airing. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is all airing on your network, Reality Network.
Yeah.
And now,
unless I make a deal with another network, I may be the CEO of the network, but my job is to make sure the network makes money. If there's more eyeballs on Bar Brawl with another network, that's fine. You know what I mean?
Which I love about you. Yes, you're very fair. Yeah. You're very open. You're a businessman. You're not about.
Exactly.
I remember.
I'm not I may own this network, but if you're offering me this and there's more eyeballs on it, it can always go to mine because I own I own it,
Which, by the way, when we had talked, I remember we had met at actually Sir, and you were so hospitable with me and so nice, and you had given me great advice. Like, you were like, listen, it's not about ego. If you can be talent and then get an opportunity to do something else, even if you own something like Chanel in the City, you bring Chanel in the City to Reality Network. By the way, stay tuned for that, guys, because we're going to be doing something together. But you said, you're like, you can still be fair and open. And I think that's how you make it in Hollywood. Because I asked you, I'm like, that's another thing I'm impressed about. How do you juggle like you do? Because you still work restaurants. You still manage. You still consult.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You still do all that. Plus you're doing film.
I'm actually headed to Fresno for the last time this year to guest bartend over there at the Fairway Lounge, which is kind of bittersweet because I was doing it for like the entire year actually from February, and all of a sudden it's come and gone, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe that it's already over. But it was fun while it lasted. On to the next consulting thing. But if there's one thing I do know in this world, I'm a jack of all trades. For God's sakes, I even have a real estate license in the state of California.
I love
That's something people don't know. Like,
wait a minute, you could be on the next show. What is the show?
Yeah, you can go on the DRE. On the California DRE, and you can look me up, Peter J. Madrigal, and you'll find my information.
But that's what's so cool because you've been such a hustler. When I say hustler, you've been working your ass off from such a young age in such different fields, hospitality, real estate, acting, film. I don't
Yeah,
think people realize you have to be a jack of all trades to even to get a break. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I mean,
You
what
just
do
have
you
to be a
feel?
hard. In my opinion, you have to be a hard worker.
Right.
That's what you have to be. You have to work consistently. Um, what do you call it? I was observing, like I've always watched, like, different podcasts and like taken. And the one thing that I will say that I kind of picked up without even listening to any get help books or reading anything like that, and I've always read those type of books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, etc. Is My favorite was 4 Hour Work Week. I read that a long time ago, and I should revisit some of these books that I have. I've just been so busy, I don't have time. But some people have asked me before, how do you get all of this done? How do you get all of this done? And I'm like, okay, so look at your day, right? So you sleep for 7 hours,
Right.
right? You work out for 1, 2. Today I worked out for 1, and I just couldn't move because that's how exhausted I am. You work out for 1, 2 hours. So there's 24 hours in the day. Seven to eight of those are you're sleeping. Two, and then if you want to work out, you add 1 to 2 more, right? So you're looking at 10 hours total. So 2 hours of the active time of your day is is dedicated to working out. So what are the other 12 hours that you're 13, 14 hours? What are you doing in those hours?
Right. That and what I wanted to ask you, do you think most people are distracted and make excuses? Because like you
Yeah,
said, you can do it,
yeah,
right?
yeah, I
You
do.
can
I mean, unless you work at 9 to 5, like there's no excuse. You know what I mean? That's why I'm doing all this other stuff, because my mind can take it too. I am able to multitask like a crazy person. Even my brother, he doesn't multitask. He's a creative, but yeah, I'm just I work on multiple projects at once. Um, Yesterday I had a meeting with and I'm waiting to hear back about a possible movie thing, and then hopefully a restaurant thing. We'll see what happens with that. And then I have possible coin. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. You know,
and we talked about acting. I mean, I hope to see you doing acting. I think
I'm
that
not an actor. I
you're
don't.
not
I
an
don't.
actor.
No, I mean,
I don't know. I could see you, Peter.
I can host. I can host, but reading a script and regurgitating the lines, it just doesn't. It doesn't. I don't. I don't. I can't really do it.
You're
You
more of
know.
the like CEO of the company, like the networks. Like you want to be a
Yeah,
builder,
but
you
but
want to be a
uh,
creator.
but I can be on camera too. So
Right.
like on Bar Brawl, for instance, I was the producer of it. I got it done, right? Got the whole thing wrapped up in a nice package with a bow, and then
Yeah.
I was also the host. So I was producing it, and I was the host, and I was doing all the stuff, all the things.
Which, by the way, I love also that you're giving people like me, like other people, like up and comers on your network to be able to do that. Because once upon a time, it was taboo to be a producer and a host, or a producer and a talent on a show, right? Like people always said, pick your lane. I mean, like, what are
Mhm.
your thoughts about that? Like, I feel like old school versus new
Yeah, I
school.
don't. I don't have I like that.
No.
That's old school thinking. I can if you're able to do it all, you can do it all. Gordon Ramsay, for instance,
Mhm.
he produces and he's on his own show. But you're not going to tell me that he does not have a hand in the producing department for MasterChef or Kitchen Nightmares.
Right. Like you have to know how to do it all.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the beginnings of you, because like it started like so you working for Vanderpump, you worked for Vanderpump, Lisa Vanderpump, you worked for her restaurants. Do you think it was something that you always wanted to do, be in hospitality? Did you think about reality TV even? Did you just want to
I
just
always wanted to be in the entertainment industry.
okay.
I always wanted to be in entertainment. I always had that desire to get
Yes.
into that, from a young age, and and then after you've been on it for a while, I mean, I accomplished a lot of my goals that I wanted since I was a kid at the age of 40. So when you wake up one day, because I'm 42, you wake up at 40, you're like, wait a second, what's the next goal? What do I need to do next?
Yeah, yeah. What's
It's kind of like, wait, hold on, what's next? You know, so yeah, so I am pivoting into a different direction in my life, and being on camera is not as important to me anymore. I mean, I do it, but it's not as important as building something big. my reality network, or acquiring different things. Like those are my true passions now.
But do you think, like, for instance, I was in hospitality too. Like, do you think being a waiter and a manager and all these, learning all this stuff helps you become kind of a full, well-rounded
Absolutely. Yeah,
artist or worker?
absolutely. And
Yeah.
you're able to really start communicating with everybody,
Yeah.
communicating with people on a one-to-one basis. You're able to start doing that. It's not just um what do you call it? You don't you're not one note. You're able to really like learn how to be yourself in those situations. And you're able to become a people person, which is basically, everyone wants that, in my opinion. At least I hope.
Everybody loves you. I mean, I remember when I was at SIR, everybody wanted to come and just take a picture with you. And you were like, I'm actually really working, guys. Like, I'm literally managed, which was so impressive because to me, I'm like, wow, like he's been on TV. He doesn't make excuses that he has to still work. Because a lot of times, like, I was on reality TV for one season and then you get this prideful, like, shameful, everybody's like, oh, wait, you're not a celebrity, and then you have to go back to real life and you're like, what job is going to take me? Like, I was going to ask you, like, what's your advice to people if they're like, I've done it but now I don't have a break and I need a job? Where do I work? What do I do
There's nothing wrong.
to
There's
work?
nothing wrong with working. Like, I
Right.
don't understand that. There's really nothing like anybody like, oh, oh, you didn't make it. Well, okay, yeah. So I need some money. So I need to make some money. So this is the only way I know how to make money. So just suck it up and do it, in my opinion. That's the way I look at it. I look at it through the lenses like, well, if someone's ragging on you for doing a job, that means that I don't know where they're coming from, and you don't know someone's circumstances. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You don't know if they're actually working on something else.
Correct.
You
Like a
know,
film.
which
Right.
I mean, a lot of people I think a lot of people have looked at me over the years and been like, oh, he's just a restaurant manager, and that's all he's going to be. And I'm just like, it's funny. You're funny.
Because right now, look what you're doing. You're building reality network, and like it doesn't happen overnight. That's always
No,
my
it
whole,
doesn't.
you
Yeah,
know, you had
you
to
know,
invest your own money probably over time as well as a
yeah,
business owner, which isn't
yeah.
easy.
No, it's not. So yeah, so I have that, and then like now I'm building up shows, and I've got some other opportunities that have come across my desk, and I still go to SIR. I'm gonna be at SIR on Thursday night.
I was gonna say, are you still working at SIR? Because people want to know,
Yeah,
they love to see you. Do you think you would make an appearance back on the new Vanderpump Rules? A lot of people are asking that.
I
They
mean,
love you.
if they want me back, sure.
Do you wait, but even if you're the manager, isn't that a possibility since you manage Thursday nights because it's real? Meaning there's a
Yeah,
possibility for you to be
it
involved?
depends on what they want. Like I'm doing my own thing now.
Right. And
You know.
how do you feel the show has changed? Are you excited for the new cast? Do you think they're gonna
Yeah, I'm excited for them, but at the same time, it's like they better be ready. They better be ready for what's going to come.
Right, because this is no easy ship, honey.
No.
Hospitality is, let me tell you, I thought comedy was cutthroat. Hospitality is beyond, like, like
Well,
petty.
no, if you think about it, everything's cutthroat.
Everything,
Everything's
everything.
cutthroat. If you don't think that one industry is cutthroat, you're fooling yourself. Real
Yes.
estate's cutthroat. My dad was a lawyer. That's cut. You want to talk about cutthroat? You think the entertainment industry is cutthroat? Try becoming a lawyer.
What is your tip? That's what I was gonna say, because you've always been nice and like your character's always been good. Like, what's your tip to still succeed, but like cope with cutthroat? Like, I don't know how to cope with it sometimes.
Well, in my opinion, you have to be a hard worker and always be
Okay.
true to yourself.
Okay.
Okay, outwork the other people. And I remember watching because I'm a big NFL guy. I remember watching this story about Chris Carter, who was one of the white. He used to play for both the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. All right, and he ended his career with Minnesota. And his number one competition, and this guy is one of the greatest wide receivers ever, but he never won a Super Bowl. And his main competition that he was competing against was Jerry Rice. Okay, Jerry Rice is the greatest, or one, at least in my opinion, the greatest, if not one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history. And that's because he worked harder than everybody else because he was from small school, Acorn. Um, so nobody knew who he was. He came out of the draft and he outworked everybody. And Chris Carter was like, "Well, I live I live on the East Coast. He lives on the West Coast. So if I'm able to wake up a few hours earlier than him. I'm working Jerry Rice. So it's all about
Wow.
hard work and all about being true to yourself, in my opinion.
I agree. I think that's
Yeah.
what's the long game, and not rushing it, not like always like having patience.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of an insight on the new? Have you met the new cast of Vanderpump?
Oh, I
Like,
know all of them.
oh, how do you
I know all of
feel?
them.
Do you feel they're gonna mount to the originals like you? Be honest. Like,
I hope for their sake that they do.
I, I hope for their sake, because the Bravo fans ain't merciful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ain't
The
mer-
Bravo fans they're cutthroat.
Do you think we'll see the OGs on there, or we don't
No,
know yet? No.
I don't think so. Yeah. The Bravo fans are yeah, you better bring your A game.
Why do you think the Bravo fans love you so much? They really do. It's like, I feel like you're the voice of reason.
For one thing, I think that unlike everybody else that was on the show, I think I'm more accessible.
Okay.
You know, I enjoy
Like
I
you're more
enjoy
real, like you're more, yeah,
yeah,
accessible. You are.
yeah, and I enjoy meeting fans too. I've always loved it. I've always enjoyed it. Of course, it can be rough at times when you're working and at the same time trying to take pictures with everybody. But the one thing that everyone knew and it was a constant was, oh, Peter's going to be at Sir, and Peter's going to be able to take pictures with you at Sir. Yeah, and
It's like you're the face of Sir. You kind of out joked the whole cast because, right, you are the real access. You have to be accessible if you also want to be a reality TV figure. You can't just be like,
yeah,
hey, I'm reality TV, but you can never access me. That doesn't work either. You know what I
doesn't work.
mean?
Yeah, no. So for me, it's always been yeah. I'm able to be found at one place, and you know where to find me.
I love that. Do you anybody you're in touch with from the old cast, or that that you have been had a long-standing friendship that you still are in touch with or talk to?
Nope.
No.
Lisa Vanderpump.
Ah, the best one. You're like me because I had that. Remember, I was on that
That's
show,
it.
Princesses, and I never
Yep.
really talked to anyone except for like the executive producer or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Lisa Vanderpump's the only person I talk to, really. I mean,
But
I
that's
had a conversation the other day with Tom Schwartz, but that said, it's funny is that back in June for my
yeah,
birthday, I went out to Greece,
yeah.
and I was filming part of the episode of Outside the Rules in Greece. It's episode 3, and so so I went out there, and on the last day of filming, like I had been up since 4 o'clock in the morning because we wanted to get some sunrise shots in in Ia, which is a northern town in Santorini, which where we were at. And the last shot was South Santorini. It's shaped like a half. The whole thing is a volcano, but it's shaped like a C, other direction. And so we were at the southern part of the island of Santorini. I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of the restaurant was. But I made myself a drink, and I'm putting it out there on social media that I'm in Santorini. I made myself a drink and sat outside and got the last shot. It was sunset shot, and it was like the close of the episode. And I have to finish watching the episode. I've just been so busy. I haven't even concentrated on my own TV show that's going to go on Reality Network. And then there was a wedding happening like literally right next door, right? And I kind of knew them, the wedding party. And the maid of honor hit me up. She's all like, Peter, you gotta come. You gotta come over. You gotta come
Crash my
over.
wedding.
So basically, I went and crashed this wedding, right? And I met, of course, like I walk in and everyone's like, "Oh, Peter's coming, Peter's coming." And the groom, he's all, "I don't know if I want someone like Peter here, like a reality star." And they're all like, "No, no, Peter's cool." So, so I get there, right? And the first person I meet is the groom. He's like, "How's it going?" I was like, "Good. Congratulations." Sorry I couldn't bring a gift, but you know what? So at the end of it, the groom was all, "I love this guy. This guy's awesome." I was like, "Thank you." It reminded me of a real life wedding crashers. And this is like the third wedding I've crashed. But we're at the reception after dinner, at the reception, getting some drinks at the bar. Bridesmaids, the maid of honor. I always forget that term, maid of
Yeah.
honor. Maid of honor and the bride come up to me and they're all like, "Peter, could you FaceTime Lisa Vanderpump? And I'm all like, I'm a little toasty at this point in time, I'm literally like, yeah, sure, I'll text her and see what she says, right? So I text Lisa and I'm like, hey, would you want to hop on a FaceTime? I'm at this wedding, right? So they take my phone and they're going to take a group picture, selfie with me. And all of a sudden on the phone appears Lisa Vanderpump, right? And they all start freaking out, FaceTiming me. And they start freaking out. I'm like, answer that, right? And so they answer it, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love you, Lisa." Blah blah blah. Right? And they take a screenshot of it for the bride. The bride takes a screenshot for herself, and then she's like, "I love you guys too. Where's Peter?" It's all like, "I'm here, Lisa. What's up?" She's all like, "Why wasn't I invited to the wedding?"
I love her. That's like the best gift you can give. That's like a priceless
What's
gift.
funny is that the bride comes over to
That
me
is a
afterwards, and
priceless gift.
but the bride comes over and she's all like, "Peter, that was the best gift ever. Wow." I was like, "Well, you're
Ever.
welcome."
That was like a live cameo. That was so cool. That was
Yeah,
really nice of you. But that's what I'm saying. Like that's so genuine. Like not every celebrity would do that with connections they have. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like to
yeah.
make a fan or somebody feel good or happy. I think that's
I
really
like
cool.
making people feel good. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's good
it is.
karma, in my opinion. But
Do
yeah.
you do you feel like you're her like do you feel like so that's good you're in good standing with her. So do you feel like
Oh
you
yeah.
have a lot of projects? Do you
I think
think
I'm
you would
the only one that's ever come to her defense.
right? Why do you think that? Do
I
you
don't
think you have
know.
a realer relationship? Maybe because you're a real like because you're the one who's at Sir the most.
Relationship. No, everyone had a
Oh,
relationship with her. Everybody had a relationship with her. And like certain people, I'm not going to name names, but certain people
right.
have come out in the last couple of months against her, and I'm literally like, no, no, I'm good. No, no, you're not going to come after the queen like that. Sorry,
Right.
not
Like
over
you
my
know
dead
who
body.
yeah, you know who
Because I'm
fed
going to
right.
be the one. I'm going to be the one to come out and say something now. And my words carry weight. It's not like because I'm the most consistent person on the entire show. Everyone
Yeah.
else is a flip flopper.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, how did you maintain being so consistent, even with bad influences or just distractions? Like, it's easy to get caught, right? So, like, how
Yeah,
did what's your
it
focus? Like,
is.
what do you
I
do?
don't know. I think
Because you weren't a yes man to everyone. If somebody did something shitty, you were like, you did it shitty. But the way I respected you is like, you didn't yell, you didn't scream, you were just like, you
no, I
did it
don't need
shitty.
to.
Yeah.
Hmm. I didn't need to, but my words carry weight because I come from an authoritative place,
Right.
And I don't know. I've never been. Here's the thing. One thing about me is I always have marched to the tune of my own drum.
Yes.
I don't follow crowd.
I love
I
it.
never have. So
I love
because of
it.
that, I'm able to stay out. Because, for instance, sometimes some people will be like, "Oh, ooh, Peter, there's a party going on. You want to go?" Like, no, I have an early day tomorrow. I have a workout to do. Or, Peter, you want to go to a party? It depends on what I got going tomorrow. Sure, yeah, let's go. So I have that ability to say, no, let's not do that. Or yes, that's fine. Let's have some fun. You know what I mean? I don't have
Totally.
to. I don't have to follow the crowd. I'm just doing my thing. If I feel like it, I'm going to do it.
I think that's important though for the younger
For
generation.
instance, as an example, I go 5, 6 months a year dry. Okay.
Like
So
sober?
yeah,
Wow, I
like
love that.
I'm on that right now, and don't get me wrong, I am not a monk. I love drinking. Hell, monks invented beer for God's sake. Um,
That's a
but
good joke.
but here's the thing. I don't drink like I used to when I was on the show. I don't drink like that anymore. I drink when I want to. But a couple of weeks ago, I had to work a brunch because all the managers were like all over the place. So I had to work a brunch, and I haven't worked a brunch in years, and since like 2022. And so I did it, and then everyone was like, "Peter, let's go for a drink at Tom Tom." And I literally was like, "Well, I can't because I'm not drinking." They're like, "Oh, you can spare one day." I'm like, "No, no, 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 no. It's only been 1 week. No, at this point, it was like 4 days in because I start at the last end of. I start at the end of the month and continue on just in case I have a mess up, and I'm like, okay, all right, you know. But so I get a head start on the month. So this dry September started in August
Right.
at the tail end of August. And I told them, no, I'm not drinking right now. They're like, well, you can come and just hang out. And so I did, and went and got a soda water.
But how do you not have FOMO, like the fear of missing out, right? Like, can you share tips, like whether you're famous or
You want
you?
to know how I don't have
Yeah,
FOMO?
I don't know how to.
Um, there will be another party.
There will
That's
be
a
another.
guarantee.
Okay, that's a good one to have. There will be another party. What
There
if
will
you're
be
like,
another
what
party.
about that specific night when everyone's like, oh, you should have been there, you missed out? Like, how do you
There
psychologically say,
because I've been there before.
right,
Okay, I guess it comes from from an age, from me as an older man. I've been there before, so those type of stories will happen again.
right?
And I'm the one that has perpetrated those type of parties. I remember one party that we did. We used to live at this apartment building with a rooftop, like a rooftop balcony type deal, and we had a huge party over there, and you could hear the music for like a 4 block radius. We got shut down by helicopters.
Shit.
Yeah, this was when I was back in my younger days, and I go back to Sir. I remember going back to Sir because I invited everybody from Sir. I was all like, "Oh, you should go to the party, right?" And then I was like, "You guys should have been there. You should have major FOMO right now."
You
You,
started the FOMO. Yeah, you started the trend, right?
yeah,
Because it's always someone who creates the parties that has to start that so that you come
yep.
back to the parties and you don't want to right. Because
Hmm.
I'm very big on FOMO, but I've learned,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So everyone was all like, "Wait, what happened, Peter?" I was all like, "We got shut down by police helicopters."
Holy shit, that's like
Yeah,
serious.
yeah. They were like, what, that's huge. I was like, yeah, that's the way that so I'm kind of like one of the people that that because I've already been there. That's why I'm like, well, I'm not going to have FOMO right now because there will be another party, you know.
That
And if
makes sense.
it's a party that I really need to go to, I'm not drinking if I'm dry. If I'm drinking that month, then cool, awesome. Let's rock and roll. But like case in point, I've been to a couple of like I was at a bunch of parties in January. I'm dry January, but I was still at some parties drinking my soda water. You know,
But I'm
was
like
this
you too. I'm sober. I've been sober for 4 months, but it's not because I'm not a drinker. It's because I like to do sober stuff, like not drink, not
like to get
smoke.
your body in line?
Yes,
You know,
like to be healthy. Also, it's a health thing, not even a weight thing. It's I want to look younger. I want to look fit.
yeah.
You want to feel.
Hmm.
I agree with you when you're like, there was one night I did a comedy show, and a lot of comedians like to stay out at night, especially the celebrity ones. And you want to hang out with them because you can technically network, open up. And I remember it was Chappelle's party, and his management team was like, Chanel, stay. And I had such a hard time saying no, but I knew the next day I had a casting call at 7 a.m. I had to be feeling good. And I picked being sober over that. And sometimes that's the sacrifice. But like you said,
Yeah,
if you know the management team, you'll have another night. Or if I went out with you and we
yeah,
couldn't go out, I would call you and say, Peter, let's reschedule. And I'm sure you would reschedule. Do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. Exactly.
That's amazing that you pick it. Let's also talk about Reality Network. Like, I want to know the inspiration. So, what made you want to start Reality Network? Like, what was the whole inspiration
I
behind it?
mean, I just wanted to get some of my shows made and start doing that. So that was basically the inspiration behind it. Just
Yeah,
start on something new and being able to run my own life essentially. You
yeah,
know?
because networks own you, like other
Yeah,
networks own you. So,
basically. So if I want to make another TV show and put it out there, I can.
right. And now, are you using it like quick social media, a one camera format? How does it go? Do people just,
Oh no, it's I mean like with certain shows it can be 1 camera format and then other shows it can be like 2 cameras. Yeah. But I mean I have a bunch of TV shows on there. You should go check it out, realitynetwork.tv.
yes, we're going to check it out. Also, God
Yep.
willing, stay tuned to me and Peter. We're going to try to collaborate on some stuff because I love your network. I think it's a
Thank
great
you.
platform
Let's do
for
it. I'm down.
actual talent, that you give an option. Let me ask you this. What do you think the difference is? Like, I guess, how do you become a successful reality TV star, in your opinion? Because you've seen it all. So, like, what's your advice to become if somebody wants to become a successful reality
They
TV
have to
star?
be compelling,
Okay.
unique and compelling, in my opinion. Yeah. If you notice, like one of my main traits that I have is my long hair.
Yes, I love
Stand
your long hair.
out in the crowd, baby. Stand out in the crowd. You know.
Also, what you said, my sister actually, she loves you, and she told me that her and her husband came to Sir one night because she knew we were friends. And she said, let me tell you something. Peter was so gracious and amazing. He's the same person on camera, off. And that's the person that's more lovable. And she was so touched that night because you made her night, that you were so real and authentic. And you said, hi. You probably don't remember, but you spoke to them and you asked them how they were. And you made their experience not only at the dinner really memorable, but like you just being their favorite person on the show.
Yeah.
And then they realized. So that I think is important. People can't be fake on stage, like I tell comics, and then off stage you're a bad person. Like it doesn't work, you
No, it
know?
doesn't. No, it doesn't. You have to be true to yourself.
How do you,
Absolutely.
and also the audience wants to know, what are your thoughts about the Valley? Because I know a lot of people have.
That's done with me. I don't know. I already it was quoted. I quoted it as being garbage years ago.
Oh,
And
you did. I'm sorry. I did not see that. I did not
oh
see
yeah.
that.
But like we'll see how it turns out now.
Would you appear on that, or you don't
No,
feel that's free? No. So I
no.
like how you
I don't
like.
live in the valley.
I'm sorry, that's funny, but also like kind of funny, but yeah, I like passive. But I guess what I like also, what I got to start learning in other people is like, there's times you can say no to things just because they're popular shows, and there's times you can say yes to things. Like you don't have to say yes to everything. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Anything you want to comment on that's going on in reality TV now, where you feel you want to make it different with your network?
Um, there's a lot of stuff going on, but I just want to I want to see where this network heads. You know what I mean? And I want to just continue producing my own TV shows and making my own content. So we'll see what happens in the next couple of months.
And
This
Bar
month,
Brawl.
actually.
Yeah, you want to give us a little taste about what Bar Brawl's about so we can start.
Yeah, so Barbara is a bartender mixology competition show, and it's kind of like the same format as a Master Chef, but for bartenders. But each episode, three new bartenders, and each one has a winner, and those winners go on to the finale.
Oh, that's great. That's such a good show because there's not really a bar mixologist competition
No,
show
no,
on network TV, which is
yeah.
weird.
So mine's being edited right now, and it looks phenomenal.
So we can literally go on realitynetwork.tv. Is it free? Is it a membership?
Membership.
Membership. We could sign up, pay, see any type of show that you are producing, creating yourself that we want to see.
Yeah.
That is amazing. That's pretty cool. I think that's the new era though. Streaming platforms and like, Patreon, reality TV, stuff like this where you have to subscribe. These are going to be the next new things that people are going to want to invest in my opinion.
Exactly. Yeah.
What
Yes.
else? What other, by the way, any rumors that you'd like to clear up in general for yourself that like, I don't know, people are saying you're coming back to Vanderpump Rules, which we know you're not, like you're clarifying that now. Anything that you want to say to the audience that you've wanted to ever clear up? We ask everybody that.
No, just there's no really rumors about me. What you see is what you get, baby.
There aren't any rumors. I'm saying rumors about like the cast, like like
Oh, yeah,
dating.
I
Oh,
don't pay
the dating
attention.
rumors. Do you care about, like, we talk a little bit about dating. So do you care about like dating rumors? Like when people start saying things that aren't true and then you're like have to kind of defend it. I
No,
care,
because
like,
the truth will always come out. It's like if you start a rumor and it's a bad rumor or a wrong rumor, then truth is going to come out eventually.
right.
You
You
know?
feel like, and
No.
you don't want, I like that you don't like to comment on other people's love lives or cheating.
It's not my
What? It's not your
my
right.
business.
Any
No.
tips for us how to handle that when we're asked in the media or just in general?
Just
Like
be
when,
like, oh, next question.
you know
Next
what? One
question.
time I did that and I felt like the guy wanted to slap me in the face. I was like, next question. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, next question. They asked me, why don't I like my cast member? And it wasn't about that. I didn't want to get into it. So I was like,
Next
next question.
question.
Anything else you're working on that you want to share with us?
Not at the moment, but I'll be one of the you'll hear about it definitely.
I'll
Yeah.
be hearing about it. Okay, we want to talk to you a little bit about dating tips because you're a man and us women don't know how to date well. Any tip for us ladies when we go on a first date, like how we should act with a guy we like?
Uh,
Because we're not really like, I'm not honing on to this. I could tell you that. I don't know how to keep a man. I don't know what it is, but there's something we're
mm,
all doing that the guy doesn't want to like ask you out on the next date, you know?
hmm. Yeah, I don't know how, I only know from my perspective, from a male perspective. If I'm
Yes.
interested, it's about like a lot of eye contact. It's about easy flowing conversation. It's about charisma. It's about making yourself accessible to the other person. It's not about putting on some kind of weird demeanor and just being like, oh, like having a weird accent or something. That's like I've heard that before. You know,
What?
it's about being
Really?
real. It's
Yeah,
about,
it's
in my
about
opinion,
being.
about being real. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you move on. You know, and it's so funny because I'm like the only cast member on the show that's never been in a long-term relationship or married. And what's hilarious is that all those marriages and relationships have all failed.
I know, but you know, it's also funny. You seem like the most one that would be loyal and more successful if
Yeah.
you were in a real term, you know what I'm saying, in a long term relationship.
Oh, I've
Are you?
fallen in love before and it's never worked out. So,
But are you in a relationship or you're
no,
single?
I'm single.
Wow, Peter is single, ready to mingle. By the way, matchmaking is like the new thing. I feel like that's also a thing for, especially for people who've been in like the public eye, just to like match you with the right, like, why do you think but why do you think, is it the girls that you find out you're dating them?
I
You
don't
don't,
know. I have no idea. I
well,
don't know.
you're young and hot. Like you could be single.
You know what? Here's the thing. At this point in my life, I'm just totally, completely, and utterly devoted to my business and myself, and my family. So I work
I
with my brother.
love that.
Yeah, I don't have any time for anything else. Like right after this, in about 15 minutes, I'm going into another phone call for a different business. So I'm literally like,
Focused,
yeah,
no distractions. And if love
yeah.
comes your way, love comes your way. If,
But she has to understand
right.
that it's not that I'm saying you're second place, but you kind of are. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Because like if it moves forward, if it goes forward, I want to be the man and I want to be able to provide and I want to like if we have kids together, they're not gonna, but they're not gonna be spoiled. Oh no,
Oh
no,
no, no.
but
Okay.
you're not gonna be needing like, oh, we know we need to get up and go to work. Like I don't want that. So I want to have that's my purpose. So
We
yeah.
should do a dating show on your network, maybe finding you love. That would be hot.
Everyone says that.
We got it.
Uh,
Please let me do it for you. Oh, this would be amazing if we can continue this conversation.
all
Because
right,
you're
sounds
such an
good.
eligible bachelor. You're such a good guy, but I get it. There's has to be like morals and values align, and you know, your business is important. And if you need to provide, you're not going to be able to do it on a nickel. So you know what I mean? And this industry is hard as it
Yep.
is. So okay,
Well,
before
that's why
we,
I'm
yeah,
diversifying myself.
you're diversifying yourself. Yeah. Before we let you go, what's one place in the city, whether it's New York or LA, that we should check out, Chanel and the City fans, that you like food
West
or
Hollywood, of course.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
I love Santa Monica, but West Hollywood definitely.
any restaurant we should check out?
Sir Restaurant.
Thursday nights, you can see Peter Madrigal. He's amazing. You are really awesome. Thank you so much.
I
You can check him
appreciate
out
it.
on realitytv.network, right? Or it's
Reality
reality,
Network.
sorry,
Reality Network.
realitynetwork.tv.
Bingo.
Realitynetwork.tv. He has some great shows coming up. Where can they follow you, Peter?
You can watch TV shows on there right now. There's a bunch of
Wow.
TV shows on there right now. RealityNetwork.tv or watch.realitynetwork.tv. I also am working on Reality Network News, RNN.
Oh my
Um,
God, that's gonna be dope. Oh, that's gonna be
yeah,
dope.
yeah. And then so that there's that. And then I want to make it like E almost.
Yes.
You know, yeah, and then other things that I'm working on, you all will know as I'm doing them.
Can you give us two exclusives if you can? One is, in a nutshell, what do you think about the new Vanderpump Rules and your thoughts? And two, what do you think about where Reality Network is going, is heading?
So, Reality Network is going to get really big. It's just, it's only a matter of time. And of course, I have the insider information on that. But as far as the new cast, I just want to, just I know them. I wish them well.
That's sweet. I love that. Yeah, we'll tune in. We'll see. I think I'm
Yeah.
more interested in your journey. I think we're all interested in your journey. I think we need to do the next show, Peter the Bachelor, finding you love, real love,
Okay.
not bullshit love. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it'll be me. I'll force you. Just kidding. Just kidding. We got to do something with comedy too on the network because
I know,
like that's
right?
what's missing. Yeah. Okay, we're back with Peter Madrigal, the magical. I just want to call it the magical OG King. Anyway, we have a segment really quick. It's called the speed. It's almost like a speed dating segment with our audience who loves you. They're obsessed with you. So, first question they want to know is why do you think Vanderpump Rules lasted so long as a reality show? Like, why was it so popular, in your opinion?
I think the dynamics in the relationships and how it was very, very interpersonal and it was unique in the sense of people. They kind of saw themselves as some of the characters, because we all worked at a restaurant, so they related very, very easily to them.
Like working class, like people who work, people
Yeah.
who are friends,
Yeah.
people. But do you feel like they were honest friendships?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. At the time, yeah. But as they
Okay.
say, the Romans used to have a saying, familiarity breeds contempt.
I love that. That should go on a t-shirt. I love that. That's so smart.
That's a Roman term.
Sexy. I love that. But that's the thing is like, right. So you have to have real dynamics, real friendships, real things to make it last. Do you feel there's gonna ever be another reality show that comes close to it?
Hopefully I have it. Hopefully it's on
Yes.
my network.
I hope it's on your network. I
Yeah.
mean, that's another question people want to know. Do you feel like you're finding your new baby, or do you kind of treat every project as a baby where you don't know what's gonna hit?
Well,
Like,
my my producing career is definitely my baby, and so is Reality Network. That is also my baby.
right?
And then everything else is kind of like my stepchildren.
I love that. Like the extra.
Yeah, yeah. Like stuff I can do, but I don't have passion for.
Yeah. The audience also wants to know what do you think you've done a lot of seasons. I know it's hard because you've done a lot of seasons of Vanderpump. What do you think your favorite moment was or teachable moment?
Teachable moment.
You've had many. I mean, you were like the teacher, I gotta say. You really were.
Yeah. Who
I
was
feel
one
like
of my
I learned from you. I was like, oh, what would Peter do? Because I'd want to do like bad things. I'd want to do bad things. And then me and my sister would watch, and I'm like, she's like, but what would Peter do? He'd be the bigger person. I'm like, fuck, no. Yeah, you're right. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. One of my favorite moments was when Jax was all like, it was revealed that he cheated, him and Kristen cheated on Tom with him,
Hmm.
and I told Jax because I remember like stopping, Jax
Yes.
from going after Frank. I told him at his birthday party. I remember that. It was before Stassi came and talked to him. I was all like, Tom comes after you. I'm not standing in the way, baby. You better be ready. You better be ready.
You better be ready. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you're not very into conflict, like other people's dealing with fighting other
Because
people's conflict.
if you were to actually see the size of me, you'd get it.
Right. You're not someone who's gonna like fight somebody's battles, but I'm not saying you're not gonna be a good friend, but I'm the same type. I'm not gonna fight your
Yeah.
battles for you.
Yeah. I'm not gonna fight your battles for you. And if you fuck up, I'm gonna let you know you fucked up.
Right. Now that's what the audience loves too. They want to know because you guys are such good friends, like you all dated each other. How do you keep it like mature and cool within a professional environment? Because a lot of people go through that in New York City too. Like you date
It's
and
a
then
really
like
hard thing for me to do. I had to keep it cool and mature in the professional environment because I was everyone's manager, you
right.
know?
So would you have a talk and be like, I can't let this affect if this doesn't go through, like I can't have this affect
Yeah,
my
yeah,
job.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
did you ever punish them? Like I'm saying in general.
Yeah, I fired James Kennedy once upon a time.
Did you? Oh yeah, you did. Wait, wasn't that on camera?
Hmm.
Oh my God. That was on camera and you were so real about it too.
Yeah, it's like Lisa fired you. I don't know why you're still here. You got to go. Leave.
But is that weird for you? Like in terms of,
No, no.
let's say you're
Just
friends with them and then you have to fire them and then, you have to hang out with them. What happens then? Because a lot of people don't know what
um
to do. Hmm,
It's a professional. You got to keep the relationship separate. It's
sure.
nothing as they say, it's nothing personal. It's only business.
It's only business, nothing personal. I love how you actually have the best. So you have the best position on the show, people say. What makes you think that you are the closest with Lisa Vanderpump? Like, what makes you the most likable to her, you think?
My consistency, my love of my
Okay.
job, my consistency. Like showing up all the time, showing up and getting the job done. That,
Right.
that was that
And
was
not,
that was basically it. Yeah.
I
Me
also think it's
me
because like you didn't
allying
really care
myself
about
with
fame.
her all the time and not allowing anybody to say a bad thing. I mean, like I've come after her haters online. I have thick skin. I'm not worried about them at all.
Yeah, you've always had her back. You've always
Yeah,
had her back. Would
yeah,
you do a show with her? The audience wants to know on your network. Would she do a
yeah,
show with
absolutely.
you?
Yeah,
That would
absolutely.
be cool. I think that would
Absolutely,
be
baby.
cool.
That
Peter
would.
and Lisa Vanderpump, are you kidding me? On the reality network?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
But
Speak it
that's
into existence, baby.
speak it into baby manifesting. But don't you think that's kind of the genius behind her and you that like you guys are open? Like you said, I would be open to doing another network. I'd be open to doing like she's done Hulu, she's done
Yeah.
Bravo, she's done NBC,
Fox.
Fox.
Yeah. Oh yeah. See, I'm kind of following her example a
Footsteps,
little bit.
right. I was like, when's the book coming out where you're going to teach people how to become like the employee of the
Wrote a
year?
book. I've already written a book. I have a bunch of recipes in there. In fact, I got to send some recipes out for Fresno today. But yeah, I already wrote one. It's just I need to finish it.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about like finishing it because you're one person, right? Like you're
Well, I
trying.
already like there's 50 recipes in there, so I have a bunch of recipes for different drinks, and I just need to publish it. Or I need to write some extra stuff on it, and I will. I'll write
Well,
some. I'll have to make that a little. I'll probably do that while I'm in Fresno with some downtime.
well, we can't wait to see it and read it and buy it off the shelves. That's interesting. People also want to know, is there like someone that reminds them of you on the new Vanderpump? Like who's the Peter of the new Vanderpump? Who's the Stasis? Can you give us any insight? I mean, you don't have to.
Actually, I don't have that insight. No, I don't have that insight. I wouldn't know. You
Isn't
know.
that interesting that you're around a lot, but people don't realize me too? Like I would be around a lot of Bravo shows and I wouldn't have insight. Like I wouldn't be able
Yeah,
to share. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
I hear
like,
you.
but is there anyone that's your favorite out of the cast that really works with you that you're like, oh, I like this person. I could see them going somewhere.
There's a few.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like we'll like it. We're not gonna be bored.
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest though, we're gonna miss you.
Yeah, I think everyone's gonna miss the original cast.
You've had so many great moments. You know what I was thinking about the other day? If somebody put a reel together of just every single moment of your reaction from
I know,
every
right?
single season, Peter, I swear to God, it would be an SNL. No, I don't know if it would be serious, like, you know how Zoolander's like, no, it would be viral. If I can do that for you, I swear to God, you will make everybody become a different like a better person. I told you
Me,
not to do, I told you not to fuck your best friend's girlfriend. I told you not to fuck your best friend's. Didn't you have a line like that? Or am I mistaken?
yeah, something like that. I can't
Something
remember. It
like
was so
that.
long
You're
ago.
always like the good person. Like you're always like
I
the
try. I do try. I
you
do
said
try.
something about like temptation coming at you and always like avoiding temptation, which is something that resonated with me because I was like, you know what, he's right. Everybody has temptation. You can't always make that an excuse in life if you really want to be a
No.
good person.
Yep.
You know, like how you said, I have to go to the gym sometimes. I can't go out to a party. I have to be loyal to my girlfriend sometimes if I'm dating. I'm not going to be tempted by like five other girls. I'm going to take my business seriously, whether it's a reality show or not. Like those are really
Yeah.
cool
Yeah.
things.
Like what I did with on the set of Barbara. It was tumultuous and I got it done. You know.
Right.
Hmm.
Is there a reason? I mean, obviously, this is the obvious reason. Did you want to pitch it ever to Bravo, or is it something like your network is always going to get the
We'll see
first
what my
pick?
representatives behind it want to do. Yeah.
So you don't even know if it's going to be on your network yet.
Oh, it's going to be definitely be on my network.
Right. But
Yeah.
like, you don't know
It'll,
if it could be bigger and go on to
I
other
want it to
networks.
be bigger. It can be bigger than just my network. That's the sacrifice you have to make. Like I'm the owner of the network, and I'm also the producer and owner of the show. So how do I do this? Well, I'm going to make. How do I make both of my sides happy?
Yes. How do you make both of your sides happy? That's a good question.
So I want the money, but I also want the network to be built. Well, I can do both.
That's why I'm excited for your journey. Well,
Yeah.
that's why you were always like you're very rational in business. Sorry, you're very rational in business. So like a lot of people, like the audience wants to know, how were you able to, let's say like when you were with Stassi, for example, not to bring up the past, but you broke up and then you were friends and then you were able to be friends with other people.
Yep.
But what goes through your mind? Are you just like a professional? Do you have a talk with them after, before? Do you say, hey, I'm here with like, what's your advice? Like, even if that happened to me, would you advise me to always have a talk if I crossed the line and then I wanted it to be good again? You know what I mean? And not have it affect my job?
Yeah, it depends on the situation, I suppose. But yeah, if you can be professional with someone that you used to date, that's the best, you know. I'm not saying I'm without fault. I've gone through my own set of breakups where I'm like, I can't even look at that person, so I have to block them from my, you know, social medias. But yeah, it takes a lot of internal discussion to really like come to
Internal
that
discussion.
understanding. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, is
Yes.
this person worth being in my life anymore? You know, I mean, yeah, it's funny because we did become pretty good friends for a moment there, me and Stassi and I, you know.
You did. You
Yeah, it's
did.
interesting.
It was kind of cool to watch because I was like, oh shit, like if they can become good friends, like I should be able to be friends with my exes, like because we work together. I work in
Yeah,
comedy
but
with them.
yeah, but I'm not without fault. There's been moments in my life where I'm like, no, 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 no.
So
You know,
now you're not like you
some
won't mix
some
professional.
bridges won't be crossed. You know, it's just is what it is.
I love that. No, I love that. I'm just looking now to see if there's any more quick questions from the audience that wants to know from Peter. What kind of girl are you looking for? What do you think?
Old ladies.
Old
Um,
ladies?
no, no, no. I said old ladies.
Oh, ladies. Yeah, they're
Oh,
nosy.
ladies,
They're chutzpah. They have
ladies,
chutzpah.
ladies, ladies. I guess I'll know when I see it.
Oh, I like that answer.
I guess I'll know when I see it.
That's true. And then we'll be also on your journey because I do think you should have a bachelor only on you. Like, who wants to date Peter Madrigal? Because I think that's kind of cool. Unless you go on The Bachelor as a celebrity edition, I think both are cool. And
Yeah, that would be interesting.
feature it on Reality Network. Like it's
Yeah.
all, But another one more final question. This is from Samantha from Ohio. She says, you and Sheena Shea were once good friends. What do you think about everything she's opened up about lately? I don't know. I guess that means like everything she's talked about with Brock, but also like Vanderpump and
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. Mm-mm. I've already said my piece on that.
wait,
I put it
were
up,
you on her podcast?
I put it on TikTok, on Twitter, on X.
Oh, you
Put it up
did?
that. Yeah,
Oh, so
caused a
people
huge stir. There was a lot of articles that were written about it. So that's all I've got
so
to say on that matter.
so then they should go to your Twitter and read
Well, it's
it.
because she went after Lisa, and that's a no-no for me.
I love how you're so loyal to Lisa because you know what? People don't get
We
like,
wouldn't be anything
right.
without that woman. Okay?
Well, that's amazing that you're saying that. Like that's a real thing.
Like,
And
none of these people would be anything without Lisa Vanderpump.
but do you feel like that's why sometimes you're turned off because you know the business side and the person and you're like, I just can't be friends with any of them because they don't get
Yeah.
it?
No, I'm done. I'm done with everybody from the pretty much
You
anybody.
wouldn't even let them pitch a show. Okay, this is the best question. Would you let them pitch a show to Reality Network? Oh my,
Sure. Yeah, we'll
you
see.
would?
Yeah, I'm down for that. That'd be a lot of fun.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're so excited. We really are.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Chanel West Coast, and you're listening to me on Chanel in the City with my girl Chanel Omari.